Dinosaurs went extinct millions of years ago. But what if they didn't? These guys took one down, and this one's beloved by people. Ready to see more? Backyard Sprinter. This homeowner was startled after a security camera picked up nighttime footage of something sprinting across their yard. What could it be, you may ask? Well, it appears to be a tiny breed of raptor. Pretty odd, right? Considering that we were all taught that dinosaurs were wiped out of the planet millions of years ago. But who knows? Maybe they just got better at hiding from us. Christina Ryan, the homeowner, told Fox 35 News that any animal walking at the time this video was taken wouldn't move this way. Of course, she does admit to watching Jurassic Park one too many times, but she wholeheartedly believes she now has proof that dinosaurs still exist. Truthfully, I can see where she's coming from. The silhouette does have the shape of a raptor, after all. That said, many viewers do suggest that it may be a bird or simply a massive lizard, with some explicitly stating it was like a sandhill crane. Whatever the case, until nobody's figured out what it was, it's safe to assume that the option of it being a tiny dino is still open. Tombstone Thunderbird. Ever heard about the Tombstone Thunderbird? Pretty popular legend. One that still sparks a great debate online about whether the story is true or if it's just a false memory multiple people share. But you know what? When there's smoke, there's likely fire. While this may not be the original missing photograph, this recreation is still something interesting for our topic. Here, look at it though. Doesn't the Thunderbird make you think of something prehistoric? That's right, guys, it looks like an entire pterodactyl right there. According to the Tombstone Epitaph in an article published on April 26, 1890, a winged monster described as resembling a huge alligator was found in the desert between the Whetstone and the Huachuca Mountains by two ranchers. After they recovered from the shock, they returned home, grabbed their rifles, and began pursuing the beast until they managed to shoot it down and kill it. Hey, if it was published on a newspaper, there must be some truth to the claim, right? At least, published back then, of course. Sounds like it's time to go dino hunting in the Huachuca Mountains. Mokele-Mbembe. You guys know of the Mokele-Mbembe? It sparked the belief that the dinosaurs may still be with us somewhere in the remote jungles of Africa. This creature is said to be an amphibious dinosaur-like animal believed to be 35 feet long with brownish-gray skin and a long, flexible neck. It's also said to live in caves that dug up on riverbanks. It was first vaguely brought up around the 16th century when people then talked about enormous beasts which hide in the jungles. It was only in the 19th century, however, that it was given an identity when dinosaur fossils were discovered. This was thanks to Carl Hagenbeck, who wrote about it in his book, Beasts and Men. However, despite it claiming that sauropods may still be alive in Africa, there's been no real evidence to support this claim. But the media spread it like wildfire, of course. Years later, the BBC caught something on video. It appeared like something with a long neck was moving around in the water. Yeah, it's pretty blurry, but you can still make it out. Could it be the Mokele-Mbembe? You decide. The Zoyo Maru Carcass. This thing caused a surge sometimes in the 1970s. It's badly decomposed, but the bodily structure made it look like a creature that lives somewhere in the prehistoric age. Some say it's probably just a basking shark, but this assumption was never affirmed by science. The other belief, however, is that this creature was a plesiosaur, a long-necked marine dinosaur from the late Triassic period to the late Cretaceous. On April 25, 1977, Japanese trawler Zoyo Maru was sailing around 30 miles east of New Zealand when they caught an enormous rotting corpse. The crew had no idea what it was, but they had to throw it back into the ocean to avoid spoiling the freshly caught fish. They didn't do this without taking a picture of the body though, as they did sense it had biological importance. Then you cut to today and nobody still knows what it is for sure. The most we can do is assume, but here's a picture of how people believe it may be a plesiosaur. Fits pretty well, honestly. The KGB Dinosaur. Everyone knows that our government hides things from us. For example, we know actually nothing about what's happening in Area 51. Are there aliens there, or is the military taking biochemical weapons? Honestly, who knows at this point except for those involved. Anyway, what's this entry about? Apparently there's a secret that the Russian government is hiding from us as they successfully cloned a dinosaur, allegedly. At least if you believe what you see in this video right here. The story says that a man named Julian Assange and the team of WikiLeaks risked their lives in securing a piece of film that was shot at the KGB headquarters in Moscow. In it, we can see an alleged adult dinosaur. The adult dinosaur is known by the name of Ornithomimosaur, a theropod that was fast and omnivorous, which lived from the Cretaceous period of Laurasia, now known as Asia, Europe, and North America. Here's the thing though, some say it's an edited clip from Jurassic World. And you know, that might just be true actually. Poseidon 7's recording. Surprise, anglers! There's supposedly a mosasaur somewhere in the Pacific. At least that's according to this recording from Poseidon 7. Better ensure your trawlers are equipped with sufficient technology to take one down. If not, I hope you have some excellent engines, because I'd hate to be in your shoes if that thing ever took an interest in ya. Mosasaurs are giant marine reptiles that lived from the late Cretaceous period. Their fossils were first discovered at Maastricht, Netherlands in 1764 in a limestone quarry. They're believed to be dominant marine predators. Having 40 to 50 massive teeth paired with a double-hinged skull allow them to gulp down whole prey much like modern snakes do. Simply put, they're not going to hunt you down and cut you in half. They'll simply pierce and swallow you, which sounds like a more painful and far longer way to go. Even if it did go back to the surface to breathe fresh air, there's no way you'd be able to climb out of its stomach while bleeding out. Somehow, megalodons are a little less scary now. Lake Champlain Monster. Lots of legends on this list today, but they're interesting to talk about, huh? This one folklore monster especially is beloved by its residents. Champ, or Champy, is the name given to a lake monster that's said to live in Lake Champlain, a 125-mile-long body of water shared by New York and Vermont. Over the centuries, people have reported at least 300 sightings of Champ. Curious about how far his origin goes back? Well, it does date back as far back as the 1600s, when French cartographer Samuel de Champlain, the founder of Quebec, first saw Champ in 1609. There's been plenty of sightings since, and the most important one for us is what happened in 2005. In 2005, Dick Alfalter and Pete Baudet captured a video of Champ. Close examination of the footage showed the creature to have the head and neck of a plesiosaur. Given the year, a lot would think video editing happened. However, two retired FBI forensic image analysts who reviewed the tape said it appears authentic and unmanipulated. Well, guys, I guess there is a plesiosaur in our midst. Now it's time for the day's best pick. Which dinosaur would you... Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Clone Dino? Look out, everybody, I think Jurassic World's about to happen to us in just a few years from now. According to some sources, China has successfully cloned baby dinos. What's stopping them from doing that to the adults, though? Well, that's what I would say if they were real. Honestly, while it's still pretty cool and would stump all of us had an article not been released clarifying these shorts. In reality, these baby dinosaurs are part of Jurassic World's exhibition. That's right, they're sadly fake. All made ones, though. While they look convincingly lifelike, they're a puppet that the guys in the video operating using their right hand. It isn't ventriloquist style, though. They're animatronic puppets. It's likely that there's a bunch of buttons on the replica's underside, which makes it act with minimal effort on the part of the handlers. See you all next time!